Is this where you live?
Yeah.
Can you show us?
A tent in a downtown park shouldn't have to be anyone's home. But for a growing number of Canadians, this is it.
Not that we're endangering anybody, God forbid, but it's just, it's not normal for people to be living in tents outside in these situations.
With encampments springing up from BC to Newfoundland, a new landmark report is warning the federal government of a human rights crisis.
How would you describe it?
It's like hell on earth.
In the federal housing advocate's first ever review of homeless encampments, she blames a systemic failure to uphold the right of all people to adequate housing without discrimination.
These are the people that are suffering the most as a result of this housing crisis that we're seeing from coast to coast to coast.
Edmonton tore down tents in the dead of winter, while in Halifax, city staff posted notices setting a deadline for people to leave. Now this new report is calling for an end to all forced evictions.
This is someone's home, and you cannot disrupt this without having a proper place for people to go.
The federal housing advocate is recommending Ottawa establish a national response plan by the end of August, before the cold starts setting in again.
We have to identify what the local solutions are on a community by community basis if we're actually going to solve this problem.
There's no easy fix, with some people at this Toronto encampment telling us they'd rather stay than go to a shelter, despite scenes like this, a dangerous fire here in January. Just days after a similar incident in St. John, New Brunswick, left 44-year-old Evan MacArthur dead.
When you see an encampment, what you're really seeing is people's efforts to survive, literally to stay alive. And so we're in desperate need of a federal response.
So, Thomas, this report paints a pretty urgent picture. Can you give us a sense of the housing minister's response to it?
Yeah, Housing Minister Sean Fraser says the federal government is working on a broader housing strategy to be released in the coming months, not a specific plan for homeless encampments as the federal housing advocate is asking for. What her report makes clear, though, is going forward, those who need to be consulted are the ones who are most affected by all this, the people living in encampments like the one right here, Adrienne.
All right, Thomas Daigle in Toronto, thank you.